Oh my God, that attitude. Did
Astronomical.
You hear it? Astronomical. So
Insane.
disrespectful. Why
Out
would
of
you
this
even
world.
say that?
Who raised you?
Literally hate her.
Yeah.
I hate her.
Psych, guys.
This episode's wholesome.
It's wholesome. We want to wish a happy birthday to Ash, Uday, and Bryce. Bryce's birthday was last week, but we forgot to shout him out. So
happy birthday,
all of you guys. Woo! We love you.
This episode is just for you, dedicated.
It is talking about the topic.
This episode is just for you guys. We're reading Am I the A-Hole stories. No, but seriously, thanks for listening, guys.
Yes, thank you.
And
welcome
happy
to
birthday.
Unfiltered. I'm your host, Sadie.
And I'm your other host, Kaitlyn.
And today, like we said, we are going to be discussing Reddit threads of Am I the A-Hole?
Yep.
We're very excited.
We have a whole list, guys. Some of these are crazy.
My mom reads these all the
Really?
time. She got hooked on them. Like, I last year was so hooked on them, and I still am, but, like, I would read them constantly. And my mom, she would be like, Sadie, pull out her phone and be like, guess what I just read? And she would read me the entire thread and be like, isn't that crazy? And I was like, yeah, I love my mom. Shout out my mom. She's the absolute best person ever.
These are really insane. And this is a list we're going to be reading today of the most controversial stories.
Oh, word.
So
okay,
we gotta pick a side.
We gotta discuss it. All right.
Yeah. The first one.
I'm nervous because we got so much hate after our opinions on the last.
I know.
Not like
it wasn't even hate. It was
no.
One. It was just
like,
Milad.
It was just Milad. Milad, shout out you for hating on us so freaking
He was
hard.
texting us throughout the entire episode. If you saw the reel we posted,
are
that
you
was
dumb?
Milad. He was like, UFOs aren't real. Literally, bro.
But they are though.
They are though.
They are,
it's
guys.
literally any unidentified.
Yes,
flying
it's not
object,
just
guys.
aliens,
it's
guys.
It's not like what are they called? Saucers.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I needed to, and I also need to defend myself on the clone theory because I was getting attacked for that, guys. Listen, there are only so many genetic combinations. You can't say I'm wrong. You just can't. Anyway, the first Am I the A-Hole story.
Okay.
Am I the A-Hole for making a dad joke? My stepdaughter was about a year old when I married her mother. My stepdaughter's father died before she was born. I adopted her. She is currently 15 and she's rebelling about almost everything. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set up a punishment for her. Then she said, "You're not my dad. I don't have to follow you." Honestly, I got a bit hurt from that, but I understand that she definitely didn't mean it and that she'll probably change. I just replied, "I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years, and as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules." That happened about 2 days ago. So our family was going grocery shopping when my stepdaughter said, "I'm hungry and I need food." I decided to be extremely cheeky and say, "Hi, hungry. I'm not your dad." My son just... Sorry. My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was just quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating me not to stoop down to her level. I honestly thought it was a funny dad joke, and my son agrees. So am I the a-hole? That's crazy.
I'm going to go with, to an extent, yeah. Because, like, okay, this is why. So I think it'd be different if it was, like, the dad left, but, like, he died, right?
Yeah.
So she's obviously still grieving. Like, clearly she hasn't moved on. Reasonably so. Like, there's no time limit you have for grief. So him being like, "I'm not your dad," that's a bit, like, not, like, in a way of, like, I wish you were my dad, but more like,
yeah.
Let's not bring my dad. Like, you don't have the right to, like, bring my dad into it that you didn't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with probably, yeah.
I'm going to say yeah also because she's 15.
She's fit. Like, you're an adult. And the mom
You're
was a point of, like,
man.
Don't stoop to her level. I get it where it's, like, she should respect that, like, that's her guardian. But, like, that's a kid.
Like,
that's a child. You're a grown aw man. This grown aw man literally fighting
he's
a
not
15-year-old.
her dad. Like, guys.
I'm not your dead dad. Like, that's
like, yeah, basically, in other words, I'm not your dead dad.
Yeah, basically just being like, your dead dad, he ain't here. That's kind of insane.
Like,
we're going to say yeah.
Yeah.
Anonymous user, you definitely are. Like, get yourself right.
Get yourself in order, please. Lord.
So, yeah, I guess.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's my conclusion of it. Well, also, we'll put these up on our story, and you can like read the links. We'll send up a link, and then you can vote on our story if you agree or disagree that they are indeed the a-hole. Okay, do you have the next story?
It's crazy. You get to read the crazy
Yay!
one.
Okay.
This one I think is going to take longer to discuss.
Am I the a-hole for telling my extended family how many men my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin?
A lot to unpack there already.
We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my elder sister, younger sister, and youngest brother. And the ages is like 22 to 29. Extended family attended our family dinner too, so all of our significant others, our cousins, aunts, and uncles were there. During the dinner, my elder sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them were too absorbed in the argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Free him. My brother hadn't made any personal attacks up until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying everyone knows he's a virgin and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me, as my brother definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. Oh, I feel so bad.
That's really sad.
So I responded by saying how she slept with what... Oh my God. Read it. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college.
Holy.
And that since everyone in the family knows this, it's not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know this, amazingly. I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party angrily saying that my sister misled him about her past. The family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept that I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine. Okay.
Can we
There's
first
so
unpack?
much to unpack here. Okay, so
let's go bit by bit.
Okay, so first of all, the whole her making fun of her brother. First of all, that is not something to make fun of.
Yes, agreed.
Right?
Like, why are we
your
poking fun
decision
about
to
that?
do what you want to do is what you want to do. So don't make fun of someone else's
Especially
decision.
not at a family gathering.
Not at a family
Come
gathering.
on. Why are we talking about that at a family
Be
gathering?
so real. Okay. So I would say, like, so she was definitely wrong for that.
Yes.
And then what's the next bit? The sister, what she said?
What she said about he was a virgin, right?
Right.
Should not have, like... I mean, was anything wrong with it if the entire... I think it was wrong to say it at a family gathering.
That and because she was clearly making fun of him for it.
Yes, and to use it, like, combative. As a negative thing.
Yeah.
So she's wrong for that.
And because the brother, like she said, has, like, self-esteem issues.
Exactly.
And if you know... I mean, it's her brother, so you know that.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe don't. And I would say the sister... Okay. Maybe hot take. I don't think she should have said what she said to the sister, considering she kind of was doing, like, she was shaming her. She was kind of, like, doing the same thing. But at the same time, it was also kind of deserved in the way of, like, you were making fun of the brother, so don't get mad for getting the same exact treatment. So I don't think she's, like, necessarily, like, super wrong. It's just, like, the same thing. I wouldn't say that at a family gathering.
No. Well, I don't think she's the a-hole fully on that side.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Oh, no, because she was defending her brother.
Yeah.
Completely fair,
and
yes.
It's also a true fact.
Oh, no, she wasn't the a-hole. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think, like, knowing, I guess it's because of me, I would not do that in public, but also I'm not a confrontational person in public, you know? Like, but...
Well, she cleared her with that. She cleared her.
Okay, but also I guess the other thing is, like, this is my mentality on this, is that you can't, I guess, like, judge people for their past. Like this is the bit with, like, the significant other, like, her and her husband.
Yeah.
To be fair, like, I understand where it's like you shouldn't shame someone for what their past was, because their past they have no control over, right? They can't go back and change it. But when you are dating someone and they ask you what your past is like when it comes to that, you should be honest. You should be upfront about what it was.
So it's honestly her fault that she even lied about it to begin with.
Yeah, well, because she was lying about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
So she got what she deserved.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, knowing me, I would not do it in public. I would defend the brother, but most likely just pull her aside later and be like, yo.
That's
like,
where we're different. I
Yeah,
would have done
yeah.
it in public.
Because actually, no. Now that I think about it, I think I could, only because when I think about family. Like, if it was my family, I'm clocking you. I don't care. Any insecurity you've ever had.
Yeah. If we're like,
Get ready to know them. Get
in,
ready,
like-
get ready to get 3 more insecurities if you come at my family, because I'm clocking you. And I'm a really nice person, but when it comes to my family, it's like I don't give 2 rips. We could be best friends, and you're gonna hear everything that is wrong with you.
she's Dominic Toretto. Family. Call her Fast and Furious. Because she's fast and she's furious and she loves her family. And she loves Jesus. And
I
that's
do.
another thing.
This is true.
He wears a cross. So.
Does he really?
Yep.
Guys, I am Dom Toretto. What can I say?
Confirmed.
Confirmed. That's my secret identity. That's why we don't show our faces on the podcast.
Like, she's actually bald,
Dom Toretto.
guys.
I am. I'm bald right now.
I am Dom Toretto. I'm bald right now.
But anyways, yeah, so those are my thoughts on that story.
Yes.
No.
I think the sister got what she deserved.
Yeah.
Period.
And also, that's, again, don't make fun of people for, like, either doing that or not choosing to do that, you
Exactly.
know? It's like, you
It's not that big a
can't-
deal.
No. Also, it's their place, you know? So it's like, you can't.
Yeah.
I don't get that. But yeah, next story.
Next story. Am I the a-hole if I stop paying my daughter's tuition over a disgusting comment she made that was directed at my new girlfriend? First of all, off the bat, absolutely.
Okay, wait. Can you read that one more time? I got a little lost in the sauce.
Am I the a-hole if I stop paying my daughter's tuition over a disgusting comment she made that was directed at my new girlfriend? Yeah, well, I don't even need to read this. We're going to read the story, but like off the bat, yes. Because the girlfriend's new, the daughter has been there, and you're picking your girlfriend's side over the daughter.
Okay, I got what's going on. Okay.
Anyway, let's read the story.
Okay, word.
I'm a 56-year-old man. I was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. I met my new girlfriend, C. That's what her name is. C, 43-year-old female, around January. C was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She has a dark sense of humor that I love, is a terrific cook.
Bro was glazing her right now.
Literally
Okay.
such a glaze, get out. And is overall an amazing woman who I can imagine spending the rest of my life with.
Okay, good for you.
She is also on...
I already know where this is going.
Yo, why do we need to point this out? She is also on the heavier side. A fact that becomes relevant later.
I actually knew that's what you were going to say the second.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that body type. It's just like,
No, not at all.
If someone is literally like trying to defend me and they're talking about my body type to defend me, I'm like, what?
Even if they were like, she's super lightweight. Like,
I'd be
still,
like,
it's like, why are we mentioning it?
Get off my weight. Get off my
Literally.
back. Like,
I have back to the story. I have 2 children, E, 25-year-old male, and A, 19-year-old female.
okay.
They were well aware that I had gotten a new girlfriend before I introduced them to C this summer. She got along immediately with E, but A was very standoffish. After that initial meeting, I asked A if there was something wrong, but she denied it. E and A both came for Thanksgiving dinner. The dinner was going well as it could have for the first 10 minutes. The dinner went so well, it was 10 minutes.
It literally was so good for like the 20 seconds, and then it was all bad.
And then it all went downhill. The dinner was going as well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed A glaring at my girlfriend the entire time. When my GF went to grab another helping of mashed potatoes, my daughter made a comment that cruelly ridiculed my girlfriend's size.
Oh, snap.
That's
What
why
did
it
she say?
mattered. Oh my god. My girlfriend started sobbing immediately and
Oh,
ran
so
off
it
into
doesn't
the
tell us
bedroom.
what she says.
I think it's going to.
Okay.
And ran off into the bedroom.
Oh, I feel really bad.
I felt my face turn red and A to get out. Oh, I felt my face turn red and told A to get out. About half an hour after A left, I texted her stating that I would no longer pay her tuition unless 1, she apologized to my girlfriend, and 2, my girlfriend accepted her apology. My daughter must have assumed that I was bluffing because she instead doubled down on her behavior during Thanksgiving dinner. Doubling down is kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Doubling down is kind of crazy. I then logged into her university's tuition payment website, canceled next semester's tuition, and sent my daughter the screenshots. She called crying and begging me to reconsider. I told her my mind was made up. Am I the a-hole?
Okay. You both are.
I think everyone's just wrong in this situation except the girlfriend.
Yeah, I think the girlfriend and the son.
Yeah.
The rest of y'all.
yeah, the girlfriend and the son.
Yeah, the rest of y'all are... Okay, so because this is the thing. You should never make fun. Wow, guys, back that up. You should never make fun of
Rewind.
somebody for their weight.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Never acceptable.
So that the father is entirely right for getting upset about that, but at the same time, I don't think that is the equivalent to revoking somebody's tuition. And to be fair though, he did say, if you apologize to my girlfriend, then I won't take it away. So that's fair.
But that's also a crazy statement because her mom has just died.
That's the other thing, is that it's like I think that
You're expecting her to respect your girlfriend
what
when
she
her mom
did
just died.
what she did not equal the punishment. So I would say y'all are both wrong.
Yeah.
Y'all are both bad people.
Your family needs to work some stuff out, majorly.
Again, you should never make fun of somebody for their weight, but at the same time, the dad needs to be really understanding that she is still grieving.
Yeah.
And she should not have said that. Absolutely not. And she should have gotten a punishment. I don't think that punishment needed to be taking away tuition.
Tuition is crazy.
Especially 'cause that's something where it's life altering.
Yeah.
You know? It's one, a negative comment won't necessarily be, it could be life altering, but I don't think in this scenario it's life altering.
It's definitely not life altering. I mean,
So
we
it's
don't know what was said, but there's I've never received a comment that I still think about to this day. So yeah, this is a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, I think you're both a bit wrong. I think that I totally understand that what the daughter did was wrong, but it was I think that taking away tuition is holy cow. Okay, let's
pump the brakes.
Also, 'cause
rewind.
she's not even in the family yet.
No, she's just a girlfriend. New girlfriend.
New
mind you.
girlfriend. New.
That's the key word that I was talking about. When I first read the headline.
Yeah.
It's your daughter's permanent.
And I think also
your girlfriend is new.
To expect the wife just died. To expect your kid to just accept this other person in the home, I think that is something kind of impossible to do.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
That's really hard. So yeah.
But she could have made any other comment as well.
She could. No, but actually, she's wrong. The dad's
genuinely
wrong.
just
y'all
leave the
both
situation.
need to figure it out
Therapy.
on your own time and leave the girlfriend and the son alone.
Literally.
Just leave them out of this. Free them.
Literally free them. Imagine we defend them and then we find out in the news the son was a serial killer or something. The whole family is just messed up. And the next day it says son E from Am I the A-hole story has killed 40 people.
You can be okay, we had a lapse in our judgment. To be fair, guys, we don't know. I think the best in everybody, so maybe that's my problem. Okay, word.
Are we supposed to be saying more about these guys? Because I really don't know what more to say.
I don't really know what else to say. I guess if you were, so the last story, if you were in that situation,
Ooh.
how about this? If you were the girlfriend, what would you do?
If I was the girlfriend,
Yeah.
for legal purposes, I'm going to say that I wouldn't slap her.
Okay, yeah. You would not.
I would not slap her. No.
No.
Never.
No.
I would,
not.
honestly, okay, in full honesty, I actually would not use violence. I would use my words, and I would absolutely ruin her. Absolutely destroy. I have some major comebacks. Anyone that knows me knows that,
I think
I'm quick with that.
if I was the girlfriend, I would just be I would just guilt trip her. I'm gonna be so honest. This is I'm sorry, but I love when I use my words as educatedly as possible. That was not a good word
Me
to say.
too. Yeah.
So I would clock her in the classiest way, and I would be so nice
You're
about it.
exquisitely
that
the
there's no-
worst person indubitably.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do when I confront people, is that it's a way where it's you can't even fight what I just said because I didn't say anything mean. I only said the truth. So I'd be like, wow, you clearly are really insecure. On to our next story. Am I the a-hole for pointing out to my friends that they are not famous?
If I was telling my friend, like, oh yeah, I have this like podcast, and they go, you're not famous. Okay.
I guess it depends on like what they said. I think it depends on what they said. You know what I mean?
If they were thinking they're like an influencer.
If it's like the Charlie D'Amelio meme where she's like, what is it? She got like 1 million followers and she got 95 million followers and she was like, what if I get like 100 million followers? And James Charles is like, is the 95 not enough? And she's like, I don't know, just even numbers. Like if it was that, I'd be like, you really think you're that famous? Okay. All right. Am I the a-hole for pointing out to my friends that they're not famous? My friends are dating and they're also actors who have had small roles on a few TV shows, like up to 2 lines. I'm already gonna go with no. I'm already gonna go with no.
I'm already gonna say they're not famous.
Neither of them has a following in real life or on social media. They've got under 1,500 followers combined. I have more than that, and I've never been on TV. Actually, I've been on TV one time in my life.
Me too.
I was in a commercial.
You were in a commercial? Wait, I need to
was.
see this, Sadie.
I don't know where it is. It was for a politician, and I'm scared because I don't know who the politician was. I don't know what party they were affiliated with, but they asked me to be on TV, and I said yes. So, guys, if you ever see me endorsing someone that I don't agree with, I'm sorry. I had no idea. I was in the 5th grade. They just asked me to be in the classroom. And I was like, yeah, I was the first face you see in the commercial. It's my face just staring at the camera.
Sadie, I need this. Oh my God, I need this.
I was in 5th grade, so it was in when was it?
2016?
2016. It wasn't like a presidential thing. It was like a local election.
Okay. I still need to see it. I need to find it. An episode of Hawaii 5-0.
What? What were you?
An extra.
Go you. That's better than when I did. I really should have done more. Like I also like no one knew I was doing it the day of. Like literally like they showed up and to our school and they needed to film like the politician doing like just like working with the kids and whatever, you know.
Politician stuff.
Making them look good. And they asked me if I wanted to be in it, and I was like, on TV? Yeah. I didn't even know what it was for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, last week, this is back to the story, my bad. Last week, I posted a group picture on Instagram of people celebrating a friend's birthday. Everyone in the photo has their arms around each other's shoulders. Very platonic. Anyway, yesterday in a group chat among the 3 of us, they asked me to take the photo down because they don't want the
chat.
Because they don't want the public to know they are dating.
Who cares?
I would consider taking it down if they looked bad or sloppy, but they don't. Also, everyone has their arms around each other, not just them. Anyway, I asked what they meant, and they said they didn't want to end up in gossip rags.
Okay, yeah, they deserved it.
I pointed out that they are not famous and that they don't even have functioning IMDb pages. You are not the a-hole. We're not even done with the story.
You are not the a-hole.
You are not at fault. I would say that.
Yeah.
I would literally say that to their face. They were livid and called me a bunch of names. I think they're delusional, but they've been texting me demanding I remove it. And even sent me screenshots of them reporting it. Nothing has happened.
Oh my God.
At this point, I don't even want to be their friend. However, and probably because I'm an a-hole, I don't want to delete it based solely on principle. You are not at fault.
You are not the a-hole.
You are not the problem.
They deserve it.
Your friends are so entitled. I'm sorry. You don't see me telling people, like I just told you I was in this commercial. I'm not like, wait,
I was in a commercial.
I need to be careful about who people see me with because they're going to be like, that's the girl from that one politician commercial in the 5th grade is dating someone.
Oh my God, you're going to end up in gossip rags. Whatever that is.
What is a gossip rag? I guess you mean like an article.
Yeah,
but,
probably.
Like, guys, well,
but also, who cares about them that? Like, not to be
diminish
mean,
but
and not to diminish, but like pull it back into reality. You've been in like a few things with like a line, and you're thinking that people are paying that much attention.
If people recognize you on the street,
yes,
that's different.
Yes.
If people have asked you for autographs, that's different. Again, the bottom line, if people have literally been like, oh my gosh, are you from da-da-da?
Exactly. If you have followers.
If you have a following.
They don't have any of that.
They have less followers than I do.
Yeah.
And I'm just some
girl.
Some girl.
Sadie also follows 6,000 people on Instagram.
So guys, I do want to confess that I do, and it is because whenever I see a book page, this was me like 2 years ago. Whenever I would see a book page, a dog page, or something to do with art or Marvel or something, I would follow it immediately.
I don't even want to scroll through your
Immediately.
page. I'm
So,
scared.
and at this point, I've tried to go through my following and like I don't unfollow people I don't know. It's just like fan accounts. And at this point, I should go through and unfollow. But it's 6,000 guys. That is so much work. It used to be like 7,000 something, so I at least cut it down. But I got so tired. I was like, you know what? I follow them. Whatever. Don't judge me for who I followed in like sophomore year. Just leave me alone.
I don't even stalk you. It's just I remember one time I was on your page and I
Oh
saw
no, people
that
have made
and
comments
it,
about that all the time. It's like
it caught
you
my
follow
eye.
like 6,000 people. Yes. And I'm not ashamed. I actually am very ashamed. I just don't know what happened. Because I just wanted that feed. So I was like, books recommended. I could just save the video,
Absolutely.
but no, I just
follow.
now what I do is like sometimes if like a post comes to my page where I'm like I have no idea who this is, I just unfollow. Or it's like, oh, I don't even like that anymore. I'll just unfollow. Like click the 3 dots.
Okay, good.
So then I like do it every like few days at a time. But like guys, it's just so hard. But yeah,
So
that's
hard.
my mentality is that you are not the problem. You are not at fault. If I were you, I would have said the same exact thing. If my friends were telling me to take down a post unless they looked bad. I've had that happen where friends are like, oh my gosh, like, I looked bad in that picture and I had no idea. Like I like genuinely thought they looked good. And then I'm like, oh yeah, of course. And I take it down immediately.
Of course.
Immediately.
I've
Because
done that too.
you're not trying to make other people look bad in your post, okay? You got to be for the girls.
But to do it because you think
But
that
to do
people
it-
think you're famous.
Oh my gosh, like the
Because you
public
have
can't
that
know.
complex. You have the complex of thinking everybody knows who I am.
You have a
I'm famous.
narcissistic disorder is what you
Pretty
have.
much. Pretty much.
Get it together, good lord.
Like, and
I'm
I
a
don't,
hater.
like-
I'm sorry. I'm also on my period, so I'm like that's probably why I'm being so much more like
no,
annoying
but
in this episode.
you're like right.
But I'm
though.
right. I am right, and I
Because
will
who
not
are
be
you to
told I'm
go
wrong.
around saying like, I made a short film in the 4th grade.
if
You got to take me down. People are
if
gonna know.
Even if I went to my friends and I was like, oh, like I can't have people knowing I'm like seeing so and so because of our podcast, I would even they have the right to be like, girl, you are not famous, and I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. We got like what 9 subscribers.
We got 60 followers.
Oh wow!
Oh my god.
If anyone ever catches me saying that, punch me straight in the face because that is wrong. Like
Just take her out.
absolutely not. We're literally the main characters of this podcast, and we are not famous, guys.
No, not at all. Also, no one knows who we are, so there's
No
no
one even knows
chance
who
that
we
we
are.
could
Yeah,
get
there's no-
recognized.
Like the public's gonna know. Kate and Sadie, last name redacted.
Like, last name redacted, face redacted,
Everything redacted but their first names. School redacted.
and our voices, I guess. But you're not gonna find my voice on the internet, so yeah, absolutely not the a-hole.
No.
I would. I honestly, I might have clocked him harder. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who do you think you are?
be like, oh, you mean those 2 lines you had?
Like in that
Recite
one
the-
movie
recite
10
them
years ago.
Recite them to me. Ooh, I got chills. Like no one remembers that. Bro.
That's like me going.
Whoa.
That's like me going. Sadie, you can't post that picture of me because I was in Frozen Junior in 7th grade, and I had one line, and it was like everybody loved me because I was like snowing in the middle of summer, and like it gave people chills. It gave people chills.
Forget Frozen. It's chilled because the way you gave people chills. Holy cow! Like I did so much acting and I did so much theater in high school. If I ever am like, no, you can't say that because I played Betty and Tom Sawyer. I don't even know if that's her name. I don't even think that's what her name is. I played that Southern Belle in like the 7th grade. You can't out me to the public. They're gonna know.
They're
They're
know
gonna
that's
find me when I performed in front of like 10 people.
It's like,
Anyways, guys, on to our next story. Do we have another one?
yes.
Okay, great.
Absolutely, we have another one. Am I the? This is crazy, guys. This is some like evil like
I'm
movie
scared. Okay.
plot thing. Am I the a-hole for replacing myself with my twin brother at my in-laws' Christmas Eve party to see if anyone noticed?
Okay. Read that one more time.
This is some Liv and Maddie stuff.
Read that one more time.
Am I the a-hole for replacing myself with my twin brother at my in-laws' Christmas Eve party to see if anyone noticed? So he went to the in-laws' Christmas Eve party, but he didn't want to go, basically. So he had his twin go for him. That's what this is
Oh my
saying.
gosh.
Because they're identical.
Okay, wait, read the story first.
Okay.
I want to say you're not, but I don't know. So read the story
This
first.
is some crazy plot, though. This is a crazy work. I am 31 and have an identical twin brother. For a while, I've told my wife that none of her family members notice me or care about anything I do on Christmas Eve, but still insist on me attending. She told me that's not true, that they genuinely like me and enjoy talking to me. But I don't know. But I know the only times they've included me, I had to basically insert myself into conversations, and it felt awkward and unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a wager with my wife to bring my twin brother instead of me to see if anyone noticed. I purposely did not prep him on anything. He went in completely clueless. He knew why we were doing it and was game. As I suspected, Steve confirmed that he wasn't approached all night. Nobody could tell he wasn't me. And he admitted he even felt excluded and could only imagine how I felt. So for Christmas morning, I invited Steve to join. Normally, he's with my mother and dad every year. They know about him, obviously, but didn't know about the switcheroo. That was when I revealed that last night I was Steve, and I expressed disappointment that nobody noticed and said this is why I stopped trying. Nobody talks to me. My wife drew the line here. She was hoping we would keep this between the two of us as a funny prank. But how can I expect her family to see what jerks they've been if I don't expose it? Am I the a-hole?
No, definitely
Absolutely
not.
not.
Absolutely not. You're so
Why are they
right.
not noticing you?
Also, because this is the reality, is that I know so many people who have bad in-laws, and they've told me these stories that I'm like, no, I get why.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be there, or like you don't want to go. Like, I totally understand. So I'm like, you are not the problem.
But also the
you are
social
not the problem.
experiment was smart to like switch out and see.
It
if
was
people
very
noticed.
smart. Yes.
They didn't notice.
Where it's like it's not even like your
They
fault.
are jerks.
It's just they're bad people.
And they should know they're bad people.
The wife cutting him off, I guess like I get that it's like she was also being deceptive to her own family, but to be fair, it's deserved. If I were the wife, I'd be in full support. If I knew they were being bad to my husband, I guess boyfriend is different. If it's my boyfriend, I'd be like, okay, they might see something I don't know.
Yeah, but
if it's my husband and there's nothing wrong with him, he hasn't done anything bad to me or the family, and they're treating him bad. Also, to be fair, I guess I know my family. I know they would never do something like that. So, like, I can't totally be in her shoes, but, like...
But then you also got to keep in mind this showdown happened on Christmas morning. Do we think the timing...
I guess timing probably bad. I think that
timing was probably not the best.
I think out of respect for your wife, you probably should have done it later.
Like,
but,
even later in the day, not Christmas morning.
Not
like,
Christmas morning.
Guys.
But doing it was justified.
Period.
You
Yes.
should have called them out on their behavior. That is entirely right. Probably not on Christmas Day, but also the wife. Honey,
why wasn't she... I think
why'd
the
you
wife
cut him
is the
off?
a-hole.
Yeah, if anything.
The wife and the family are the a-hole.
Exactly.
And you should leave her.
And
You should leave her. Anywho, yeah, you were totally justified.
Yeah,
because
you're entirely justified.
why, they should have noticed. And
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So real.
Okay.
Do you have another one? Okay.
This one's insane. I say that every time you
No,
go.
but it is. Okay. Am I the a-hole for lying to my wife about the length of my work trip to avoid a vacation with the in-laws? Okay. My
it depends
wife.
how bad the in-laws are.
Yeah. My wife, 31, female. Yeah. And her family, my in-laws, had a 5-day-long family vacation in July. It was at an Airbnb that everyone, my wife, her siblings, their spouses, and her parents stayed in. I, 34 male, happened to have a work trip the same week as the vacation, but it was only 2 days long, so technically I could have gone for the last few days of the vacation. Here's the thing about my wife's family. They are very rowdy. They yell to communicate, get drunk together often, have no respect for each other's privacy, and ask very invasive questions. There have been times when I've asked my wife if I can skip family reunions and birthday parties, but she gets very mad at me and says it would be super rude to avoid her family. So when I found out that my out-of-state work trip was the same week as the family vacation, I decided to fib to my wife a bit. I told my wife that my work trip was 4 days long and it wouldn't make sense for me to travel to the Airbnb to stay only for 1 day. My wife agreed to this, so I went on the work trip and enjoyed a few days of peace and quiet at our house while my wife enjoyed the vacation with her family. A few weeks went by and I was having some coworkers over for drinks. Where is this going? My wife came home from work early and started chatting with my coworkers. She told them about the wonderful vacation she had with her family a few weeks ago. And my coworkers asked me why I didn't join. I told them that the vacation was during our work trip. My coworkers then said, like,
Why are you outing him?
the coworker, you can't be dumb. You have to be like, oh,
yes.
yeah,
No, the
it
coworkers
is."
hate him. The coworkers
My
hate him.
coworkers then said our work trip was only 2 days long, so why didn't I catch the end of the family
This
vacation?
coworker is the a-hole.
Yeah, y'all are the worst. The look on my wife's face was murderous, and after my coworkers left, my wife started yelling at me, saying I was a major a-hole. She called her parents, and they sent me angry... Oh!
She called her parents!
And they sent me very angry messages saying that they couldn't believe I lied to my wife to avoid a vacation with them. Am I the a-hole for lying to my wife about the length of my work trip, even though I knew she wouldn't allow me to skip the family vacation?
3 things.
Okay, you go first.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, because you were about it. Okay. 3 things. 1, the coworkers, definitely the a-holes.
Oh, definitely the problem.
100%. Because you knew what was going on. You had to know.
You knew.
You had to know.
I would unfriend you after that.
Unfriend them,
I would
yes.
literally be so mad at you. I'd be
Whoever
like,
wrote this, unfriend them.
yes. Oh my gosh.
Please. Second thing. It is wrong to lie to your spouse, yes.
That's what I was gonna say.
But if her family is awful, I can sympathize with it.
So that's the thing I was gonna say is that I totally, completely understand. But you should not have lied to your wife. Like, you should have, like, I don't know, like, at least be like, I just gotta be so honest with you. Like, it is, I love you, and I love how you love your family.
But didn't he say he
and
tried
I respect them. He did. Yeah, he said he, like, had issues with them, and she would get really angry. But, like, at that point, I would just try it again and just be, like, really vulnerable about it. And honestly, just be upfront and be like, I refuse to go. You can fight me. We can fight about this, but I am not going.
Honestly, yeah, because she can't make him.
No, you can't make him go.
So, yeah, you should not have lied, dude.
You even could have used the work thing as an excuse. Like, not even just being like, this is what I would have done.
Okay. Like, I'm so drained.
All right, you guys, this is my version of the Am I the A-hole?
She just sat up straight in her seat.
I
This is
did.
business.
I'm ready. If I were him and I was having issues with the in-laws, which I completely understand, I would have just used the work thing, his work trip. I still would have used it as an excuse, being like, hey, this work trip, the 2-day long work trip, because it's going to be short, we're going to be packing a lot of things into it, so I'm going to be exhausted.
Yeah.
And because of the issues I've already expressed with you about your family, and you say it in a loving way, but explaining because of the issues that I've had with your family, I would not be able, like, I would be so exhausted that I don't think it's a good idea for me to go because I don't want to disrespect your family.
Absolutely.
Since I won't be, like, almost, like, awake enough to, like, be present. So it's probably for the best that I just stay home. That's what I personally would have done. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really good at making up excuses.
You handled that, yeah.
Thank you. So if she still was like, no, you have to go, then that's when it's going to get a little bit more heated. And I'll be like, okay, I refuse to go. You're not going to make me go. You're not going to make me go to a place where I'm not being respected.
Exactly.
Period.
I don't think he's an a-hole. I just think it was wrong.
Yeah. I know you're not an a-hole for it, but you definitely, like, shouldn't have. The wife
overreacted.
Telling your parents?
Overreacted. You should not.
What?
There's no. That's a marital issue. You should not be telling your family.
Now listen, I tell my family everything, but what happens in your marriage stays in your marriage.
Yeah,
it is different if there's like a legitimate issue where it's like I'm considering leaving my spouse. Yes. That's entirely different. But if it's like
a small,
we got into a fight about you. Not even we got into a fight. We got into a fight about you.
Why are you telling them? You're just trying to start stuff.
He hates you guys and lied to get out of the vacation. You are literally preying on the downfall of your husband. Baby,
quite literally.
You can't do that. You can't. If you really love him, you got to be on one team. Now, if he sucks, if he's doing trashy stuff, by all means, tell your family. Tell everybody. I don't care. Totally on the team of the woman.
No, she overreacted for sure.
But that is a scenario where it's like you can't do that to someone you, like, love. You know what I mean?
No.
So it's like,
absolutely not. But yeah, very neutral ground here. Not the a-hole, but also not the best thing that you
definitely shouldn't have lied.
Done.
Yeah. Do you have one more story or
one more?
Okay.
The last story that we have for you today is kind of in the same, just like the others. Am I the a-hole for calling my step-cousin a jealous biatch because she said I get everything because of nepo privilege? This is some tricky territory.
Okay.
That we're heading into here. Okay. My step-cousin. I'll name her Leah for this post. And I are in the same field. We work at a company that is co-owned by my boyfriend's dad. To put it simply, Leah's jealous. She thinks I don't deserve to be there and get everything handed to me. I am a hard worker and got a promotion recently, which set her off even more. Both of us had actually been applying to get some other jobs as well. She got one of them, so she's going to move out. She got one of them, so she's going to move out of the state soon. I also got an offer, but decided to stay here because of the promotion. We had a family potluck over the weekend, and of course, a lot of them have heard about my promotion and were congratulating me. Leah was there, and she seemed fine throughout the night, but at one point, my aunt, her stepmom, said something about how proud everyone is of me for being so successful in a traditionally man's field. Period. I just said thanks and told her I'd gotten an offer from another place too, but decided to stay. And I'm happy. I have other options, but this is what I want to do. Leah overheard this and came at me saying, it's not about your options, but your nepo privilege. And how she got a new job too, but everyone's kissing up to your ASS.
I actually cannot.
And how she got a new job too, but everyone's kissing up to your ASS. I had enough at that point and told her to stop acting like a jealous biatch and focus on herself instead. Period.
Okay.
She got upset and pretty much stormed off. Am I the a-hole? Credit to user throwaway 679241.
All right. Here we go. I think to really judge it, we can't know, but we would have to know more context about what has happened at work. Like if she genuinely, I know she said she's very hardworking, but sometimes we can have a victim mentality. If she truly is really hardworking, work for what she got,
yes,
then I don't think you're the a-hole.
Not at all.
Honestly, in either way, I don't think you're the a-hole because it's fair for it. She's like treating you like that. It's fine for you to call her that.
Exactly. Like she came at you first.
Yeah. So you just gave her the same treatment back. But at the same time, I know what it's like to see a person who
isn't doing
clearly
anything.
has favoritism.
Yeah.
And is doing nothing to deserve the treatment. It's so hard to watch. But I think it'd be okay. I guess this is the scenario where what she said, the jealous biatch, what she said to the other girl. This is why I think the only scenario I think could be deserved if the other girl was bragging about, I've gotten this, I've gotten that, like all these things, and she wasn't really working that hard for it.
She was being humble.
Then I'd be like, yeah, fair, call her out. But she's being humble. And also, what I've noticed is that some people, they do, like, people will have favoritism, like teachers will have favoritism towards certain students or like coaches towards certain players. But at the same time, if they're not like proud of it, if they're like just there and they didn't do anything to like, I don't know, I guess like if they're not flaunting it to people and they can't help it, then that's different. Because people, I've been in that position before where it's like, okay, I can't do anything to like make this stop. But also, I mean, I work hard for what I do. But like, I guess like,
you do.
thank you.
Yes, you do.
But like, if she's being humble about it, then I don't think you can say it's like because of her like whatever, the nepotism and stuff, because that is coming, you are just being jealous if literally she's just being humble and being nice.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think you're the a-hole for it.
I mean, either way, even if you are a nepo baby, yes, it is hard for the other girl 100%, but the other girl should not have attacked you first.
No. Also because
it's
it's also not your fault that you are a nepo baby.
Exactly.
Nepo babies get hated on so much
and
when
like,
I'm
you
like,
didn't ask to be here.
especially in the public where it's like, okay, well, you can't help it that like your parent or something is like super famous.
Exactly.
Like if you still worked hard to get what you got, then you're just a person doing the same thing that they're doing.
So if we're gonna pick an a-hole, it's the other girl. The other girl's
the other girl. Yeah.
Yeah, your cousin.
That's all I gotta say.
That is all I have got to say on that.
We are gonna be posting the links to these stories. Are we? Can we do that? We can, right?
I could post like the article.
Yeah. We'll post the article and you can vote.
But listen to us first.
Oh, definitely listen to us first. And you can vote whether you think that they're the a-hole or not. But I mean, yeah, do you think
how we did conspiracy?
Yes. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Remember, we post episodes every Friday. And also, again, if you want to be a guest on our podcast, please fill out the guest form. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. Now we are doing guest. We still have the list, so definitely fill out the form, but we will be doing guest every other episode instead of every episode. So just keep that in mind for like timing if you want to be a guest on the podcast, like when your schedule is free. And
we are slowly but surely working through those applications, guys. If you have
We
not received
are.
a response, don't even worry.
We're busy
because-
college students. Just give us some
Yeah.
time. This is not the only thing we do.
Like, yeah.
But thank you guys so much for listening to Unfiltered.
Thank you, guys.
I have been your host, Sadie.
And I've been your other host, Kaitlyn.
Come back next week. We love you.
Bye, baddies.
Mwah.